What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hands Free Entertainment. This is going to be kind of a quick one. Just wanted to give my reaction to Sony acquisition of Bungie. I did do a short yesterday. It was meant to be kind of a joke. Basically just saying Bungie still exists, you know? And all in good fun and setting all fanboyism aside, I did want to go a little bit more in depth. Basically, I feel like Sony might have played themselves with this acquisition. Obviously, Bungie is a renowned studio. They created Halo, basically helped launch Xbox, and they did that for the first 9-10 years of the existence of the Xbox. But they did split with Microsoft in 2010, and then they partnered up with Activision when they were doing Destiny. Destiny is a big hit. And then they split with Activision. Now, basically the way I see this is Bungie kind of has now developed, in my opinion, a history of splitting with their parent companies when they get bored. Obviously, they didn't want to be the Halo studio forever. They wanted to develop Destiny. Activision gave them that opportunity and funding, so they went to Activision. Now that they're 2 games into Destiny and doing DLC, it really doesn't seem to me like they have much interest in doing anything else at this point. Destiny was their big passion project that they wanted to do, and there's been no, as far as I'm aware, leaks or announcements or rumors of anything else that Bungie might end up working on. Destiny itself, again, is a big hit game, draws in a lot of online play, and of course has fairly major expansions that come out. However, that's about it. Destiny isn't really some game changer. It's not the behemoth that a Call of Duty is, that Halo is, that many other franchises out there are. And Bungie doesn't really have some sort of major proprietary technology or engines or anything like that that really makes $3.5 billion seem worth it. That's half as much was spent on the entirety of ZeniMax by Microsoft, which included many studios, proprietary technology, engines, publishing rights, many IPs. Some of them are some of the best known in the history of gaming: Elder Scrolls, Doom, Quake, Fallout, and then those studios are also developing new IPs. And many of them have branched off into a lot of different genres and types of game. And the way Microsoft has been doing their, Xbox studios, the way it's been run by Phil Spencer, there's been nothing but great feedback about the fact that these studios are allowed to work as they want on what they want, but they're given virtually unlimited resources and money to do so. And on top of that, they're all encouraged and apparently take advantage of to communicate within Xbox studios with other studios for experience and technology and just shared knowledge to help try and make their games better. So again, setting aside the fanboyism, I feel like Microsoft has actually been a lot smarter lately when it comes to their acquisitions and partnerships versus this kind of choice right here. I just don't see what Sony is going to get out of Bungie that's worth $3.5 billion, especially considering Destiny will probably just remain multi-platform anyways. So if there was some sort of major new IP that was going to be groundbreaking new gameplay, it was going to shake up the field, something like that they know about that we don't, okay, maybe it makes sense. But really, they're not gaining a whole lot of assets. They're not gaining multiple IPs. They're really just gaining Destiny. And they're not gaining anything fresh and possibly new in the pipeline. So I just don't know what Sony's getting out of this. And again, I'm all about the health of the industry. I'm a big fan of competition. That's why I don't have a problem with quote-unquote fanboys to an extent. Some people jump overboard, especially on one side, in my opinion. But there is something to that. There's a reason we pick the platforms we do and why we get behind them and we enjoy them. And so competition leads to just better outcomes for all consumers. And I just don't see what competitively Bungie is going to bring to Sony. I just don't see it. So that's where I am at with this. Maybe I'm wrong, but again, there's just no hint of that. And in an economical sense in a logistical sense. A friend of mine put it best. He said, this feels more like a retaliatory move than it is a practical move. The Activision Blizzard acquisition by Microsoft, that's a lot of money, but they're getting some massive IPs, major distribution, platforms, major publishers and developers, many studios that can all be working on lots of new games or games that already exist that are going to bring in plenty of money to Xbox. And on top of that, Xbox has the Game Pass service, where now all of these IPs and former, older games, whatever it is, can all be loaded up onto Game Pass and just drastically increase the value of that, much like when they acquired Bethesda. So imagine you have a Game Pass system where you've got Call of Duty, Diablo. Maybe they'll work on bringing something World of Warcraft related to Xbox. Maybe the old Warcraft RTSs. There's so much in the backlog of Activision Blizzard. There's so much that's out there right now that's going to immediately be bringing them money. And there's lots of, like I said, intellectual properties that they own that are either dormant, that currently exist, that can get sequels, and lots of smaller studios within that are owned by Activision and Blizzard that can develop new games to flesh out Game Pass library, just like the Bethesda acquisition and the other acquisitions they've done, smaller time stuff like Ninja Theory and others, Double Fine, etc. Well, these are pretty well-renowned smaller studios that innovate and have new technology that they've pioneered and bring something to the table when it comes to adding diverse, really great game experiences to the Xbox catalog. So it made sense. So if you're a Sony fan, if you're a PlayStation gamer, I understand that there definitely could be some excitement here. Oh my God, Sony now owns Bungie. Okay, cool. Bungie is very well known, but a lot of good talent from Bungie stayed with Microsoft at 343, and I really think Halo Infinite has been a major turnaround for that studio. Destiny is basically all Bungie is at this point. So if you think that's worth $3.5 billion, all right. I just don't see the competitive advantage that brings, and I don't see what that really brings to the table for a PlayStation owner or for a Sony stockholder or any of that. I kind of feel like Sony might have played themselves with this one. Oh my God. After I recorded earlier and I'm sitting here editing and I start watching videos on YouTube, Tango was the one that tipped me off. Apparently, Sony fans on Twitter believed that they now own Halo and that was going to become a PlayStation exclusive or at least multi-platform game. I'm pretty sure they've all been set straight since then, but how hilarious, to be so misinformed. Wow. Nothing against anybody who's just a PlayStation fan or who that's their preferred game console, but these ponies on the internet, they are something else.